Hi guys, it is Wednesday, April 22nd. This lesson is for Wednesday, April 22nd. I wanted to go over with you kind of quickly because I think you guys are going to get this part real easily. This is some word problems that are in your assignment today, okay? And if you remember, if you look back from yesterday's assignment, you will see that using those little clue words, you're going to be able to figure out if you should add or subtract, okay? So this has 3 characters, Ashley, Bob, and Clara, are keeping score of a game that they are playing. And to start out, everybody gets 20 points, okay? And the fun part of the game is if you win, you get 5 points. And I'm getting all this information here. I like to underline it if you could. All right, so you could remember everybody gets 5 points if you win. If you lose, the player gets 3 points taken away. There's another clue word, so if you take away, you're going to have to do what? Subtract, right? And if it's a tie, everybody gets 2 points. What does it mean if it's a tie? I think you guys know. If it's a tie, everybody got the same score, so you can't really declare a winner, right? Okay, kind of like when we're playing Race to a Race and everybody says at the same time. It's hard for me to pick who won, so it's a tie. So for number 1, each of the players has 20 points to start with. How many points do they have in total? In total. That sounds like a clue word to me, right? How many points do they have in total would be what? All together, right? So you would have to add, let's see, I'm just going to do Ashley, A for Ashley, Bob, and Clara. ABC. So they all started with 20, right? So in total, you would have to add all those together. What if you were to draw a box? This is your total. And I have 3 parts here, right? 1, 2, 3. It'd be your 20, 20, and 20. How many people could probably have done that in their head? Okay. Anybody need a challenge here for multiplication? This is not on your paper. But I want to show you how you could make this a multiplication problem. Stretch your brain a little bit. How many groups of 20 do we have here? Think about how many people are playing the games. There's Ashley, Bob, and Clara, right? So there's 3 groups of 20. 3. Starting off with a big multiplication problem. Times 20 equals your total. If you can count by 2s 3 times, then you can count by 20 3 times, right? So 2, 4, 6, but that's 6 tens, right? So 6 tens is 60, which is your total, okay? So think of multiplication too of 3 times or 3 groups of 20. Okay? We're going to do another problem here that's on the paper. And then when we're all done with this, I wanted to give you a little extension with some more multiplication because I think you're ready for it. Okay. So it says Ashley wins for number 2. Ashley wins the first game. How many points does Ashley have after the first game? So if Ashley had 20 to begin with, because everybody started with 20, you're going to have to look back to your problem where it says, remember, how many points do you get if the player wins the game? You're going to go back and look. I'm going to give you time to look. So it says they get 5 points. So, of course, if you got more, you're going to add 20 and 5. What is 20 and 5? 25. Okay. I think you're going to do fine with the rest of those problems, okay? If you do have a question, remember, I'm going to be on again. And I don't know if it'll be video or just listening, audio, but you can ask questions like, oh, I'm having trouble with number 3 from today or whatever, and we can go over that, okay? So we're going to do, I wanted to show you some multiplication. So when you're doing multiplication, it is the same thing as addition, but it's repeated. In other words, it's the same number that you're adding multiple times. We're going to try to stick to single digits now, all right? And I wanted to start with 2s, since we were doing 2s before. So, a lot of people are home right now, right? Working from home, and we have to go get some exercise. And I don't know about you, but I'm taking a lot of walks, which is nice. So every time I have to go take the dog for a walk or wear a different pair of sneakers, I got some new socks on. So of course, if you have 2, you wear 2 socks, right? You have 2 feet, you wear 2 socks. Let's say all the days I go for a walk, it's going to be a lot of socks to wash, isn't it? So on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, let's say, I had a new pair of socks for every time I was walking outside. And if I wanted to, I could just say 2 plus 2 equals 4, plus 2 is 6, plus 2 is 8. But if we wanted to do the multiplication way, we're going to use a word. Instead of saying times, which that X does show multiplication, you could say times, but you can also say groups of, okay? Since these are the same number, it's a group of 2 socks, they're each 2. How many groups do I have here? In other words, how many times did I say 2? How many times did I add 2? 4, right? 4. Remember, we're going to say groups of. 4 groups of 2 equals what? 4 groups of 2. I'm going to add 2 4 times, all right? So 4 times 2 equals 8. Now let's say a couple of days it rained and I didn't get to go on my walk that day. All right, and I'd love to hear what you guys are doing to keep active. How many groups of 2 do I have there? 3, right? So 3 groups of 2, or 3 times 2, is what? 6, right? 3 groups of 2, 3 times 2 is 6. Kind of like counting in pairs, right? What if we were to do a little bit more than that? Make it interesting. Okay. Anybody ever save coins? Sometimes if you're saving, some people like to save their change. And when you're counting, you might make it faster and go by 2s instead of 1 penny, 1 penny, 1 penny. Count by 2s as you're putting them in the wrappers. All right. So, do you see how this takes a lot more space than this? So I can multiply because they're all the same number. If they weren't all the same, then I couldn't make a multiplication problem about it, right? So let's see how many times I'm adding 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So there's 6 groups, or 6 times, and what am I adding? 2. So 6 groups of 2. Okay, and I can go like this. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. 6 times 2 is 12. So I challenge you today to try to make up some more multiplication problems, because I have a feeling that with this math on here, you're going to be done quickly. So it's for fun, and of course, it's always good to know for your multiplication, but don't feel that if you're having a hard time with the word problems, you have to do this as well. I thought for those people who needed a little more challenge, this would be helpful to you. So see if you can write some multiplication to go with this. That'd be great. Love to see it. Take care, and I will talk to you soon.